Hare Krishna everyone. So let's talk about positivity today. I would like to tell you a story about Dwarkapuri, which everyone knows is Lord Shri Krishna's supreme abode, which he manifested on this earth, and it's a place with lot of positivity, where no anxiety can come, no troubles, and nothing can touch that place. So it is that powerful and that divine. But Lord Shri Krishna, by his Leela, by his pastimes, had this one a bit of a difficult, complex issue he had planned in his Dwarka city. So the story goes as this: some Brahmins, there was a story. It's a story of a Brahman and his wife. So they were just married, and the Brahman had a son from his wife, and when he had the first son got disappeared from the scene, from his house. So the Brahman was astonished that how could this happen to him. After that, he begot a second child. The second child too was disappeared. So these things made Brahman a little confused and disturbed, that why these things are happening to me, and he became insecure. So after numbers and numbers, he had 3, 4, 5 childs, and they were getting disappeared from the scene. So one day he was very furious, and as he should be, because to lose a child is a very it's a very huge loss. Not only child, when you lose anyone, any of your relative, that affects you, internally and externally both. So that Brahman, what that Brahman did was, he went to a sacrifice area, a yagna, which we call in Hindi, which was performed by Shri Krishna, and his all relatives were there. Shri Balram and Shri Yudhishthira, Shri Pradyumna, Shri Aniruddha, everyone was present in that yagna, Ugrasen ji and everyone, and Arjun was also there. So what happened was that that Brahman furiously came there, and he just complained to Shri Krishna that you're the king of Dwarka, you're the king of this city, and you're an incarnation of Vishnu. So despite your being here, why these things are happening to me? My child is being taken away by some, I don't know who is, it's getting disappeared from the scene. Why these things are happening? So Shri Krishna was quiet, because this was his pastime. He was doing a leela. So then Arjun, who is a very best friend and very very close to Shri Krishna, he approached and he protested that he did to Brahman, why are you talking like this to my friend, and so then the argument was between that Brahman and Arjun. But that Brahman and Arjun had so much of heat in their discussions that the Brahman and suddenly challenged. Now Arjun actually gave that challenge, that I challenge you, I will protect your next son. If I'm not able to protect him, I would kill myself, I would commit suicide. So that was Arjun's promise to that Brahman. And the Brahman said, and Brahman was laughing in a furious mood, in a sarcastic way, and he said, if Shri Krishna could not protect my children, how can you? And Arjun was a little overconfident at that time. We know from, if you have read the scriptures, many times Arjun has been very overconfident. He's a very nice person, he's a devotee, but sometimes as a friend, he told that it's okay, I can do it, I can even challenge Indra. He said this statement also. So Arjun accepted that, Brahman accepted the challenge. Arjun gave him assurance that come what may, I will protect your child. So now the story begins. So the Brahman is again, the Brahman had begot a child. The child had just taken birth. It was night, and Arjun was protecting the house of the Brahman with his Gandiv bow, with all the arrangements, divine arrangements that he could do. So, but still, what happened? The child got disappeared from the scene. So this was indeed a very shocking incident, and the Brahman again hurriedly came to Arjun and said, see, my child is not, I'm not able to see him anywhere. Where he is? So Arjun was also wonderstruck with that incident, and he was not able to find that. So what happened was that after so much of effort and trying, then Arjun finally thought that okay, I am not able to search him, so maybe I should take a fire bath. Fire bath means that Agni Samadhi, which is called in Hindi, which means that I should kill myself or should end myself. And then comes Shri Krishna, the main, who is the whole creator of, who had created this whole situation, to give us message, to give everyone a message that positivity is always, it prevails. So Shri Krishna smiled and told Arjun that I'll help you. Why are you doing this kind of things? You have not tried enough. But Arjun said, no Krishna, I've tried, I've gone to Indralok, I've gone to Yamlok, I've gone everywhere, in Patal Lok, down the earth, everywhere, in heaven and hell, every place I've gone, but I've not found that child. So Shri Krishna told that, okay, no, still you should not lose your hope. And this message was very much useful for him. And finally Arjun, Shri Krishna said to him that, come with me and maybe I can help you. So Lord Krishna made Arjun set on his chariot, his divine golden chariot. They went beyond heaven, which is Shri Krishna's Dham, Vaikuntha Dham, and there was Mahavishnu, which is called Bhoma Purush in Vedic language, which is again a manifestation, an avatar, an incarnation of Shri Krishna. He actually took all the children with him, and this was the Leela of Shri Krishna. And when they met Mahavishnu, the Bhoma Purush, he was so divine, wonderful hairs, beautiful complexion. He had this mask, disc, conch and shell in his hands, and he was looking really very beautiful and very effulgent. So Shri Krishna, then Arjun was wonderstruck by seeing that form, that, oh, I'm seeing such a beautiful form in front of me. So Mahavishnu said that, see, I have taken your child because I wanted to see you and Shri Krishna. So, and after that, there was some very fruitful and wonderful discussions between them regarding bhakti and devotional service. And then Mahavishnu gave the child to Arjun, to Shri Krishna, and they both again came to Dwarkapuri. And all the children were returned to that Brahman. So what is the moral of the story? There are two aspects to it. The very first is that you should never lose hope in life. You might be thinking that you have tried all the processes, all the way outs, all the solutions, you have worked on it, but that's not the truth. The ultimate truth lies in God. You should never lose hope in life, because life is endless, life is unlimited, and there's unlimited scopes also. So this is the one message you can learn from. The second message is that always have faith in God. You never lose, and never feel yourself overconfident that, oh, I'm above something else. So don't give promises sometimes which you cannot fulfill at times. You should not be overconfident. But the crux is that you should not lose hope in life. So that's the message in this. I hope you have liked this video. Hare Krishna. Thank you.